Welcome back. It's still this morning live on Metro TV. This morning our conversation is about seeking and exploring how all stakeholders can create a safeguard space in the protection of girls. Why? Because the Girls Excellence Movement has released a report titled Sheltered Yet Exposed, a report on issues affecting girls' progression in education in Ghana. The report also shares some shocking findings of violence and abuse against girls in Ghana across 4 regions. Hundreds of girls continue to face deep-seated violence and abuse every single day, both at home and in school. So the report is to provide a powerful reminder that we need to do more to combat and create awareness on violence against girls. And to help with the conversation, my lady is Juliana Kplorfia, who is the Executive Director of GEM, and also Mr. Peter Abledu Golden, PRO, Ghana Accra Regional Directorate of Education. Good morning, sir. Good morning. And madam.
Good morning.
I hope you are good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I mean, how long did it take you to gather all your reports to be in the field?
We've been on the field for quite a while, unofficially 13 years.
Okay.
Officially 3 years.
Okay.
But the report we collected data from 2019 to 2021, and we processed 2,000 out of that data.
Okay.
Yes.
So with all the process and the experience being in the field, gathering all these findings, what was your conclusion? What is really bringing all these things? What is causing these things? What could possibly account for girls going through this whole trauma, violence, abuse at home and in school?
It's a complex situation.
Okay.
So a part of it has to do with generally as a society how we view the girl child.
Okay.
And then it's a complex situation generally how we have been parented and what we think parenting should be.
Yeah.
Also how we view punishment, what we call discipline. So if a child misbehaves, we hate. In our hating, we don't hate because we hate the child. We hate because we think it's the form of punishment or a form of discipline to deter the child from repeating such a mistake. So that is where the verbal and physical abuse will stem from. Then sexual abuse will stem from how we view girls, where sometimes we objectify them. Sometimes we raise boys to think that girls are there as their helpmeet. Yes. And so because of that, they see them as a source of entertainment and all that. Sometimes too, it's how we raise boys that they are not aware that some of the things they do to girls is actually abuse. For instance, a boy may see the colleague girl passing by in class and hit her back, pam. That is harassment. Yeah. But to him, it's endearment. True. So how do we raise boys differently for them to realize that this is abuse and this is endearment? Yeah. And then we also, as a society, see laughter in other people's predicament. For instance, in most of our comedy skits, we will mimic the disabled person or the physically challenged person and laugh about it. Yeah. In the same vein, we talk about rape and sexual abuse generally in a way that trivializes it. So it's a complex situation. And then on the ground, we realize that the girls suffer these forms, about 5 forms of abuse as we listed in the report. And 4 of the 5 forms of abuse experienced are perpetrated by their colleagues. Okay. Either in the community, in church, and in school most of the time, because they are in senior high school. Then the other 3 of the 5 forms of abuse are committed by people they know, family. Yeah. Strangers are at the tail end. Yet it is strangers we shield them from. That is why we titled the report Sheltered Yet Exposed. Yeah.
That's a lot. And through it all, were you able to create a safeguard or a channel for girls to actually come forward and tell you their complaints or tell you the things that they are really going through?
Yes. We actually get amazed at the kind of things they tell us, and they tell you, don't tell anyone. Don't let my mom. Sometimes they will write things and write under it. Don't let my mommy read this. I haven't told anyone. Some of them have suffered abuse as early as 9 years, and we would have met them at 14 or 16 or 18, and they are sharing it for the first time. Yeah. Because we create a non-judgmental environment. We are not judging them. Yeah. We are not triggering them in any form. When I say triggering, what I mean by that is usually when we go talking to girls, the first approach is abstain. This girl has already been raped. The moment you get there, she's been raped at 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, 11. Yeah. You meet her at 13, you are screaming, abstain. It's a trigger. Yeah. The moment you start screaming, abstain, they start feeling worthless. Yeah. So they close up. They won't tell you much. Yeah. But because we create a very friendly and very welcoming environment, they will tell you all the things. They will break down and cry on you and tell you all the details that sometimes weighs heavy on you. Yeah. We hardly can do much about giving them justice or any other thing. All we can do is give them a shoulder to cry on and help them get therapy so they can continue to excel in the classroom. One aspect is that a girl has been, I'm sharing a story, a girl has been raped in school by her senior, the very first year, first term. So from that first term, second term, third term, the whole of first year, her performance, as the parents knew it from JHS, had gone down. Yeah. Then she goes home and the parents are screaming, how can you go to SS and now SHS and now you are not performing? You've gone to join bad gangs and they scream. Yeah. She comes to school, her abuser is a senior who is those kind of gang boys, walks past her with an attitude of, you can't do anything to me. I conquered you, kinda. Yeah. So in school, she's unhappy. At home, she's unhappy. Yeah. No one is asking her, are you okay? Yeah. For her to tell them, this is the reason I'm no longer performing. True. Everyone is judging. Yeah. So they don't tell to parents, but they tell to us. That's sad. But Mr. Abledu, you've read the report.
Yes, I've read the report. Yeah.
What was your general response?
Yes, this has been in public domain for some time, especially when it comes to abuses of school children or girls within our community. Yeah. The school is just a small community within the community itself. Yeah. So if you look at what happens in community, definitely it will have a reflection in this. And it's sad when girls go through some of these things. Yeah. I have sisters. I don't have a baby girl yet. So I have sisters, and when such things happen to them, we get so sad about it. Talking from the point of your Ghana Education Service, they place a lot of things in place. So if you are a teacher, and probably you abuse a child, either physically, sexually, the punishment is there. Yes. I've been involved in some of the process. It leads to some termination. They are sacked from the service. Some are sent to court. They are punished. You see, so the process is not as it used to be in the past. This time is and we thank God for organizations like this. GM, because, they flag it. And then those that are done maybe at our blind side, we get to know about it. And then the GS itself has a structure to promote girls' education. We have girls' education unit. Okay. In addition to the counseling unit that we have girls' education unit. From the top to the regional level, to the district level, and down to the school, the classroom. Yeah. So these people go about and give support to girls to enable them work. So as she's saying, yes, if she has talked to some of our officers on the ground, you could see the level to which they go to probably help give support or curb some of these happenings to our girls in our communities and then school. Okay.
But I asked her about the channel that they were able to create to get the girls to talk. You also mentioned your GES has people on the ground working. In all the schools, are these people able to go to the school, go to the root to actually get the girls to actually communicate with them?
Well, you see, the first point of call is the teacher. Yes. If it is a senior high school, is the house staff.
Yeah.
If it's a boarding school, it's a house staff.
Yeah.
Then they create also the form masters. These are ways by which they can reach out and then voice out.
Yeah.
Those that are shy, sometimes the teachers identify them and then they come out. But as she's saying, it depends on where the situation happens.
Yeah.
Currently in our education system, when it happens within the school confine and then the authorities do not know, it becomes difficult.
Yeah.
But they've gone to the level of setting up girls' club. And this club, they report among their peers.
Okay.
So once the event happens, definitely, unless they are keeping this thing to themselves.
But sometimes the teachers are so enclosed that you don't really get to talk to them.
Okay.
I went to a girls' school, and I know how sometimes your senior house mistress, your teachers behave. What has GES done to actually educate, create the awareness for the teachers to actually open up, be ready to listen to these girls?
Well, I must acknowledge that some teachers might not be approachable. I acknowledge that fact.
Yeah.
And there are things that we need to work out.
True.
But you should be able to go to your headmistress. You should be able to go to your house.
It's not easy like that too.
Oh, you should be able to do it.
It's not as easy as that.
easy
And you know,
I
there is this culture of the heads protecting their image.
Yeah.
So even when the abuse happens within the confines of the school and the girl is able to report, there are reports that some of these reports are covered so that the school's image is protected. I wanted to find out, you listed some of the channels that the girl can go through, and it includes the teacher. So when it is the teacher that has abused her, where should she go? And then this report of the heads protecting their image.
The image
Is it that GES punishes heads that have abuse happening within their?
I think we're coming there, talking about the policies and the programs that have been put in place for these problems to be dealt with.
Okay, I just want to touch on this. If you are ahead and you are shielding the teacher or protecting an image of a school, and the authorities get to know of this, you lose your position.
Yeah.
Okay.
You lose your position.
Yeah.
These days, it's not as easy as you just let things go. No. You lose your position. And once you rape a child, you intimidate a child, and all those, a teacher is doing this to you, it's criminal thing. Straight away, you go to the police. And I've been involved in executing a lot of these things, even out of my region.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see these groups. Jem is here today.
Yeah.
There was another one called Casa. They had my number. They continue calling me, show me the way to go until we executed that.
Okay.
It's painful. You send your word to school and you get some of these things as a that is not part of the service we have to give as Ghana Education Service.
Yeah.
So actually the service frown on some of this.
Okay. Our time is almost up, but then Juliana, is there reports online for people to actually?
It's online for people to download, from
and read.
The gemworld.org.
Okay.
Yes.
What other things does GEM does so that we get to know if people want to come on board to help, or what other things do you actually do to help not only girls but other people too?
We do capacity building for girls in the area of building confidence, developing, setting goals for their future, developing their vision boards, and we teach them about menstrual hygiene and how to keep themselves neat. We distribute sanitary pad. Our greatest request of government is to take away the 20% luxury tax on sanitary pad, because menstruation is a natural occurrence in a girl's body. It is something the girl cannot regulate. She can't decide today, I don't want to menstruate. So please, government, take away the luxury tax. It's unfair.
Okay. Peter, please, what final words do you have for stakeholders before?
Yes, I want to thank stakeholders for supporting the education delivery, especially the girl child. And I want to encourage those that are in that sector, giving their support, to also come forward, to others to also come on board, and also thank them. They should actually do better, and also sound a word of caution to my colleague teachers, male teachers who abuse schoolgirls. This time is not easy. They should read their code of conduct very well. And this time is not easy. You will not get it easy from any education officer or Ghana Education Service when you flout the laws.
Okay, so Shielded Yet Exposed is online. You can just go and read more about them. Thank you very much for coming. This morning we had Juliana Kplorfia, who is the Executive Director of GEM, and also Mr. Peter Abledu Golden, PR for Greater Accra Regional Directorate of Education. Thank you very much for coming. This is where we end today's show. My name is Anayata Nobache. Up next is Good Morning Ghana with Dr. Randy Abe. At 3 to 4, we'll be back with entertainment review. Enjoy the rest of our programs.